30 acres.
30 acres. That's remarkable because that just happened shortly before we went on the air at 11 o'clock.
I just got home from
30
work.
acres and growing. Chris,
Mick
Christie,
Cotton's
are you with us
barbecue.
right now?
I
And,
barely got home.
new
The
developments
fire
from your
jumped to
vantage point?
5. The 210 is closed in both directions. At 5 miles from my house.
Multi-family complex that we were showing you along Nicholas Drive a little bit earlier. There is an apartment building right there, which is it's got literally fire surrounding it, and it certainly looks like, from my vantage point a few minutes ago, the fire was lighting up the building, and you can almost see the fire, the flames bouncing off the walls of that building. So I have low hopes for that apartment building that runs along Nicholas Drive. In the meantime, I want to go ahead and widen out and readdress the fire that jumped the 5 freeway. They are now coordinating this as 2 separate fires because of the magnitude of this fire and the rate of spread of the fire on the other side of the 5 freeway. When we showed you this fire a couple of minutes ago, it was about 5 to 10 acres. It's rapidly spread. She said 30 acres. I'm going to go out on a limb and say much closer to 75 to 100 acres, just looking out the window here as it continues to blow towards Granada Hills. This is the easternmost portion of Granada Hills. Along some of these streets here are going to include, if we go ahead and pan down, tilt down just a little bit, right along Balboa Boulevard, this is the community that we're talking about. Balboa Boulevard, just north of Timber Ridge Drive and just north of Golden Valley Lane. You can see flames now encroaching on that community as we continue to pan to the left. I mean, it's just incredible when we think about where this fire was just a couple of minutes ago. And now you can see, we'll go ahead and show you the satellite overlay, what this looks like during the day, and you'll be able to see that there are houses on the other side of Cessnon Boulevard. So it's predominantly brush. It looks like maybe, what is that, a golf course over there on the left? But if it jumps Cessnon Boulevard, we're going to be in real trouble. And they're rapidly trying to get reinforcements into this community to begin structure protection in this neighborhood. Again, right along Cessnon Drive in Granada Hills. Okay, so that's the fire on the west side of the 5 freeway that jumped the Newhall Pass. If we go back over to the main fire that started along Saddle Ridge Drive, you can see those flames still brilliantly lighting up the night sky and racing. The flames are actually spreading north. Even though the wind is blowing in this direction, the flames are moving up in elevation, up those ridge lines, up to the top of that hill. This entire hillside is covered in flames and going up rapidly. We are well into the 400 to 500 acre range here when you combine these 2 fires, which are now being treated, at least from a fire coordination standpoint, as 2 firefighting efforts. I can tell you that firefighters are now crossing the 5 freeway. That's going to be Balboa Boulevard. If we can go ahead and pan back over to the 5, Kyle, you'll see a whole cavalry of that are now Boulevard. You can see a whole bunch of flashing red lights racing to this Granada Hills community along Balboa Drive, where it meets up with
This is Mick Cotton's barbecue. I just got home from work. I barely made it. The 210 is shut down in both directions. There's 5 different fires in Southern California and LA right now. Crazy. The winds are like 50 miles an hour.
The homes and the fire. You see the fire.
It's crazy.
And again, it's a separate incident now. We don't have a
But I'm
name
safe.
for this fire. We'll
Just
get
doing
back
a
to us
reporting.
as soon as they have one. But
See you
this is
guys
the
later.
other side of the 5 freeway.
Love to my mom, Vicky Martin.
Where there is a neighborhood
Peter
that you
Dills.
see that is bounded,
Everybody
to the
stay
east,
safe.
I guess, by Balboa Boulevard.
Bye.
And then it heads
It's,
into Timber Ridge
11:30 at
Drive,
night.
Golden Valley Lane, Canyon
Bye.
Ridge Lane, Mission Tierra Way. People who live on those streets